By Divine's grace and Guru's grace, I am continuing my journey. In my earlier recording about Avudai Akkal, we understood about her life history. As I told in the recording, she taught Advaita philosophy, and in this recording, we are going to listen to what she taught through her songs. Mahakavi Subramanya Bharatiyar adopted Avudai Akkal's style in his works. Bhagavan Ramana also heard her songs through his mother when he was very young. Her teachings touched knowledge aspect straight away. She did not talk about dharma, karma, etc. She says that karma will only bring us back to the cycle of birth and death. She says if you go on doing karma without knowledge, you will be very unhappy. Again and again, she stresses the need that knowledge of ourselves is very, very important. Knowledge is about you, and that is what one should know. Now she asks, who are you? By associating with body, Atma cannot be known. She says, leave the thought that you are the body. Learn about your real nature, that is Atma. If you understand that Atma is Brahman, then you will not come back. So she says one should examine what is Aham or what is you. You are not the body and you are not the mind also. Just check, she says, the body of ours, how it came and when it will go. Do we know? Are we not struggling? She asks. We get sick, we are unhappy. Fear of death is always there. Okay, we understand that we are not the body and also we are not the mind. But why are we not able to identify our real I, that is other than this, that we are Atma? Why are we not able to identify? That is the next point she is going to discuss. Avudai Akkal's explanation is continuing. Why we are not able to know our real nature, that is Atma. She says ignorance is the cause, and that ignorance is like darkness which covers Atma. On the one hand, we should know our reality or our true nature, and on the other hand, we should know how to remove ignorance. To know ourselves, she says, she talks about Vedanta Shastra and Vedanta Sara. Vedanta Shastra means texts pertaining to this particular area or Gita, Upanishads, Brahma Sutra, etc. And we need to know Sanskrit, grammar, etc. There is something called Vedanta Sara. It means the essence of the text. So, she suggests that we go to a Brahmajnani and hear from him to know what is Atma. So, by this way, we will know the real nature of Atma. Second technique, what she is suggesting is removing the ignorance. She says removing the ignorance is a long procedure because we have to conquer anger, desire, hatred, etc. And also we should acquire necessary qualifications which are required for the knowledge of Atma. So she says, instead of spending so many years or maybe lifetimes, why don't we right away start this process of staying with our real nature, that is Atma. At every moment, be in the thought that we are not the body nor we are the mind, but our real nature is Atma. So, this is another technique she is suggesting. Because acquiring the necessary qualifications also, the list is very long about mind control, sense control, and there is patience. Quite a few qualifications are required. So she says, every moment be with the thought that your real nature is Atma and that is you, your identity. Now, coming to talking more about Atma, she says, Atma is shining like sun within us and its nature is Ananda. Me, my body, my acquisitions, my people, they're all lies. They're all not real. Atma alone is a reality. She ends up her discussions here and then she says, once you drop all the identities of you and stay with your real identity, that is what is to be achieved. Do we have examples of people who have not lived in their body consciousness? Immediately, one can relate to two people whose examples everybody can read or hear. Bhagavan Ramana had cancer in his last stage, but he had no body consciousness, and he always used to say that body is suffering. So that thought that he was a body, that was gone. Many people who lived with him, they have quoted this example. And Nehru Sadashiva Brahmendral's hand was cut. When one goes through his life history, one can read that. He also had no body consciousness. So, with these few examples and with some understanding of Avudai's teaching, I'm ending this episode. Once again, I thank you all for your patient hearing.